Hey everyone, and welcome back to Eskimos. You know how much we love to unpack complex ideas here, especially those that intersect with our daily lives. Today we're tackling a big one, Tim Ferriss's The 4-Hour Workweek. This book, with its bold claims and alluring promises, has sparked countless debates and inspired a generation of entrepreneurs. On the surface, it's a captivating concept, right? Who wouldn't want to escape the 9-to-5 grind, travel the world, and live life on their own terms? But as with most things that seem too good to be true, it's crucial to look beyond the glossy cover and delve into the nuances. Is the 4-hour workweek a revolutionary blueprint for a new era of work? Or is it just another cleverly marketed myth? Over the next few minutes, we're going to dissect 15 compelling reasons why the 4-hour workweek might not be all it's cracked up to be. So, buckle up, grab your thinking caps, and let's dive right in. First and foremost, let's address the elephant in the room, or rather, the provocative phrase in the title. The 4-hour workweek itself is a bit of a misnomer. Ferriss himself has acknowledged that it's more of a marketing tactic than a literal goal. He's not advocating for everyone to suddenly abandon their jobs and survive on 4 hours of work per week. The real message, he argues, is about rethinking our relationship with work, designing a lifestyle that prioritizes what we value, and automating or outsourcing tasks to free up our time. Which, on the surface, sounds great. Who wouldn't want more freedom and flexibility in their lives? But the question remains, how attainable is this ideal for the average person? Can we truly separate the allure of the title from the actual content of the book? Or is there an inherent disconnect between the promise and the reality? These are the questions we'll be exploring as we go deeper. To understand the cultural impact of the 4-hour workweek, we need to consider the context in which it was published. Back in 2007, the economic climate was vastly different. The dot-com bubble had long burst, but the Great Recession was still a year away. There was a sense of optimism, a belief that anyone with a good idea and a laptop could become the next tech millionaire. Ferriss's book, with its emphasis on entrepreneurship, outsourcing, and remote work, perfectly captured the zeitgeist of that era. It felt empowering, like a roadmap to escaping the corporate grind and achieving financial freedom. But then came 2008, and the world as we knew it changed. The financial crisis ushered in an era of economic uncertainty and job insecurity. Suddenly, the idea of quitting your job to travel the world seemed like a luxury few could afford. The minimalist lifestyle, once a trendy choice, became a necessity for many. So, while the principles of lifestyle design remain relevant, the context in which we view them has shifted dramatically. The economic landscape of today demands a different approach, one that balances freedom with stability and passion with pragmatism. Now let's talk about the man behind the curtain, Tim Ferriss himself. It's no secret that Ferriss is a polarizing figure. Some revere him as a productivity guru, while others criticize him for promoting a lifestyle that's out of reach for most people. And here's the irony. Even Ferriss doesn't seem to adhere to the 4-hour workweek he so famously advocates. By his own admission, he's a workaholic, often putting in 60-hour weeks or more. He's spoken openly about his struggles with insomnia and the pressures of maintaining his public persona. So, is this hypocrisy or simply a case of do as I say, not as I do? It's worth considering that Ferriss's definition of work might differ from the traditional 9-to-5 grind. He's passionate about what he does, and that passion often blurs the lines between work and leisure. But it also raises questions about the sustainability of his methods. Can we truly achieve a fulfilling life by constantly optimizing and outsourcing every aspect of our existence? Or is there a danger in striving for a level of efficiency that's ultimately unsustainable? One of the common misconceptions about the 4-hour workweek is that it's a comprehensive guide to starting and running a successful business. While it does touch upon entrepreneurial concepts, it's crucial to recognize that this book is more about time management and lifestyle design than hardcore business strategy. Ferriss focuses on creating automated income streams and outsourcing tasks to free up your time. But he doesn't delve into the nitty-gritty of building a sustainable business model, managing finances, or navigating the complexities of marketing and sales. Aspiring entrepreneurs might find themselves ill-equipped to handle the multifaceted challenges of running a business solely based on the advice in this book. The reality is that building a successful venture often requires a significant upfront investment of time, energy, and resources, something that contradicts the book's promise of a quick and easy path to freedom. While Ferriss's tips on automation and delegation can be helpful, they shouldn't be mistaken for a complete blueprint for entrepreneurial success. It's essential to approach business building with a realistic understanding of the dedication and effort involved, going beyond the simplified framework presented in the book. Outsourcing, a cornerstone of Ferriss's philosophy, is often presented as a magical solution for eliminating tedious tasks and freeing up our time. And while delegating certain responsibilities can be beneficial, the reality of outsourcing is often more complicated than it seems. Finding reliable and competent virtual assistants or freelancers can be time-consuming and challenging. Managing remote teams across different time zones adds another layer of complexity. And then there's the issue of quality control. Entrusting crucial aspects of your business or personal life to strangers requires a leap of faith and meticulous oversight. The truth is, even with a team of virtual assistants, the ultimate responsibility for your business or your life still rests on your shoulders. Unexpected issues arise, communication breakdowns occur, and ultimately, you're the one who needs to steer the ship. So, while outsourcing can be a valuable tool, it's not a magic bullet that instantly grants you a 4-hour workweek. It requires careful planning, consistent management, and a realistic understanding of its limitations. The rise of remote work, accelerated by the COVID-19 pandemic, has been hailed by many as a step towards the 4-hour workweek ideal. Working from anywhere, setting your own hours, it sounds idyllic, doesn't it? But as many of us have discovered, the reality of remote work can be far more nuanced. While it offers flexibility, it also blurs the boundaries between our professional and personal lives. Without clear separation, it's easy to fall into the trap of being always on, checking emails during dinner, or responding to messages late at night. This constant connectivity can lead to burnout and make it difficult to truly disconnect and recharge. Moreover, remote work often lacks the social interaction and collaboration that many find fulfilling in a traditional office setting. The isolation and lack of structure can be challenging for those who thrive in social environments or require external motivation. The key takeaway here is that remote work, like any other work style, has its pros and cons. It's about finding a balance that works for you, setting boundaries, and prioritizing your well-being. The 4-hour workweek often paints a picture of corporate life as a soul-crushing grind, a monotonous existence devoid of meaning or fulfillment. And while it's true that the traditional 9-to-5 isn't for everyone, it's essential to acknowledge that many people find satisfaction and purpose in their corporate jobs. Some thrive in structured environments, appreciate the stability of a regular paycheck, and enjoy the camaraderie of their colleagues. Others find meaning in the work itself, contributing their skills and expertise to projects they believe in. The 8-hour workday, often demonized as an arbitrary constraint on productivity, exists for a reason. It allows for coordination among teams, ensures coverage of essential tasks, and provides a framework for collaboration and communication. The point is, there's no one-size-fits-all approach to work. What matters most is finding an environment that aligns with your values, your personality, and your goals. Ferriss advocates for a concept he calls selective ignorance, which essentially means focusing on what's essential and ignoring the rest. The idea is to avoid information overload and concentrate on knowledge that directly contributes to your goals. While this approach can be helpful in prioritizing tasks and avoiding distractions, it also has its downsides. In a world saturated with information, it's crucial to be discerning about our sources, but completely shutting ourselves off from certain topics can lead to a narrow worldview and hinder our ability to make informed decisions. Moreover, expertise doesn't come from simply reading a few books or articles. It requires deep immersion, critical thinking, and practical application of knowledge. By selectively ignoring entire fields of study, we risk missing out on valuable insights and connections that could enhance our understanding of the world. The key is to strike a balance between focus and curiosity, to be selective in our information consumption without becoming intellectually isolated. So there you have it, 8 reasons why the 4-hour workweek, while an alluring concept, might not be the ultimate answer to our work-life balance woes. It's important to remember that Tim Ferriss himself has acknowledged that the book's title was partly a marketing ploy, and he encourages readers to focus on the broader message of lifestyle design rather than fixating on the literal 4-hour goal. The 4-hour workweek, despite its flaws, has sparked important conversations about our relationship with work, the pursuit of passion, and the possibilities of entrepreneurship. It's a book that challenges conventional norms and encourages us to question the status quo. Ultimately, the key is to approach these ideas with a healthy dose of skepticism, to adapt them to our own circumstances, and to find a balance that allows us to live meaningful and fulfilling lives, both inside and outside of our work. Thanks for joining us on Eskimos, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more deep dives into the ideas that shape our world.